What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Redemption with Jaden. As you can see, once again joined by John over here. And
Up, guys?
yeah, we're continuing this little combo. I don't know, I guess it was just a two-part series because there's really only two big combos. Last week we were talking about Daniel and Eyes to See with Joshua and that fun deck. This week we're taking a look at the Love at First Sight combo deck, which has been pretty popular. You've probably heard of it. If you haven't, basically it just uses the card Love at First Sight, which makes your opponent shuffle their hand, and they draw 8. It cannot be negated by an evil card, but if you have a good or neutral card, such as the Pig's Lost Soul or 7 Years of Famine, or kind of the popular ones, to negate draw abilities, then they shuffle their hand and don't draw anything. So we're going to be talking about how to counter that deck and just kind of briefly go over some of the main cards, and then each of us have built a counter deck, and we'll kind of play a game or two to give you guys an idea of how to integrate them in your own decks.
And frankly, whether or not they actually work, because we haven't played a game before this live stream, so you are getting the whole thing here. You're going to see whether or not this works firsthand at the same time that we are. So we each have a counter deck built, and we each have a Love at First Sight deck built. I believe we're both going to play the creation version, card for card, that Jeremy posted on the boards.
Yep.
And we're going to see what we can do. So our counter decks are built slightly differently. We built those independently of each other, pulling from the main pool of cards, which we have laid out here on Lasky, which we're going to get into a little bit. So I'm going to start here with just describing the classes of counters, and then Jaden's going to kind of hover over some cards and talk about some specific things that he likes. So I'm going to start with Lost Soul counters. So we have a stack of Lost Souls that do various things that just hit the table and do mean things that they can't stop. Things like Accuser's Lost Soul, Complacent Lost Soul, Forsaken Lost Soul, Five of the Numbers Lost Soul, Distress Lost Soul, all things that hamper what that deck is trying to do. So those are like A-level counters because you don't have to have, a turn to play them. They just hit the table. So then we have our dominance. There's a few key dominants that can really hurt what the creation deck is trying to do. Destruction to Houston, Chronicles of the Kings, Three Woes. Those all stop the Hidden Treasures play. And then Second Coming can go get any of those three if you're feeling that desperate. So those are all dominant level counters that, again, you can play and stop what your opponent's doing without actually needing to be the active player, which is the big problem with countering this particular deck, is that oftentimes you don't get a turn. So what can you do to buy yourself a turn? Lost Souls, dominance, and the third thing, stars.
Yeah, well, one second, to clarify, with Chronicles, just make sure that you have to play it like before your opponent is able to play like Delivered or something, because it doesn't actually deal with Hidden Treasures directly, but you can negate good enhancements during their prep phase.
Correct. If you have an inkling of what they're going against, you happen to have Chronicles in your hand, then drop it and stop all their territory collapse stuff, all that nonsense. Otherwise, if you're using Second Coming, you probably want to go to Destruction for the Hidden Treasures if you find out a little late that that's what they're doing.
Right.
So Souls, Dominance, and Stars. Stars are the third option that you have for countering the deck when you don't get a turn. And some of the very same stars, in fact, that deck wants to run. You want to play some of the stuff that's going to help you go first, because it's going to enable you to get a turn. Things like Terra, Moses, Friend of God, Nahor, Jehoiakim, Amos, those type of cards that help you get souls into play on your side, some of the soul abilities that you want to help counter things, and then the ability to go first to drop your other levels of counters. Other stars that are really good, Jeremiah to negate their souls, False Prophets and Transgressors to drop down into play and activate things like Unsuccessful or all of the curses, which can potentially slow them down. Those are really good star options to play as well. Other stars, Out of Egypt, will stop them from doing nasty things in battle. You've got Rehoboam or Foolish Shepherd, which we have subbed in as Mourn and Weep because it has the same star ability. Foolish Shepherd was a replacement card when we banned Mourn and Weep, but it has the same star, which discards a good card from the reserve. Typically, you want to take out Love at First Sight with that. That's something that will slow them down. So you've got the stars. And then you have everything else. and everything else is, a large encompassing swath of various things that can slow it down. Storehouse, Coliseum, Moses, Nazareth, Covenant with Death. Treacherous Land is even a halfway decent counter, letting you recover some of your draw ability after they go in. Things like that. Fallen Star, any of the Gamaliel's Speech level type cards, Treasures of War, all those kinds of things. If you get a turn, if you are able to use your, tier 1 Souls Dominant Stars to get yourself a turn, and you can establish even one or two of those, it doesn't have to be an amazing level counter. I think some of the ones I listed off are Storehouse, Coliseum. Even if you get a low level counter in play that, puts a road bump in their way, that might just be enough for you, because if they don't combo out, the defense is only like 4 cards, so you might just pick up 3 souls in a race situation. So I'm going to let Jaden talk a little bit about specific counter cards that he likes outside of the scope of, that first turn souls and stars type stuff. Specific cards that he likes if you're able to buy yourself that turn.
Yeah, so there are, if you are able to buy yourself a turn, which is kind of the priority, there are definitely lots of kind of counter cards that I think are good enough to be able to build into another deck. I mean, like King's Pomp, you probably won't see very much, but it does protect your hand from opponent's cards. Same with like Tables of Law and Seven Lamps of Fire, but Storehouse is in most decks. Jacob could fit in any like Prophets or Genesis deck. The Crowd's Lost Soul even could be in there, and then the Gam Speech type cards John mentioned are, I mean, amazing regardless. Same with like Jonah, Babylonian Merchants, Golden Calf. And then even these like negating opponent's neutral cards, I think these are kind of like the top tier of getting them, I mean, like preventing them from doing stuff. I mean, I think they're just good enough on their own in meta right now that it's worth it to play these. Whenever one fits in your deck, all the curses kind of being the one that is more broad, I guess, or can fit into most decks. So we're not going to go over every card here, but as you can see, we kind of have 3 or I guess maybe 4 groups here, where this is like your stuff that helps you if you draw it early. So your invaders can get Confusion of Mind or Incurable from reserve, and then the star abilities that kind of just run disruption, and also playing first. All of these that let you discard a good card from their reserve can even be good. Or I mean, sorry, discard an evil card from their reserve can even be good if they're running the version with delivered in the reserve instead of in the main deck. So that's kind of the main way to get to that hidden treasures. And then down here, I just put a few cards that came to mind right away as like good recovery cards. Like they're not going to necessarily help you stop the combo from happening, but if it does, which I mean in probably at least 50% of the games it will. I mean, depending on how you build your deck, I guess. But if you happen to draw one of these, they can set you up for kind of a comeback. Father Abraham being a really good one, because he, if you draw him, you get to use a star, and if you attack with him, you get to use a star. So you get 2 more heroes out if they're both patriarchs, and you get to draw 3. So just all kind of stuff that's really can kind of get you back into the game. A New Beginning maybe kind of being the best of them if you happen to draw a Flood Survivor with it, which I did do in a game against Chad France last week, which was kind of crazy after he LAFS'd me, and it was alright. I did end up winning the game, but it was long and kind of crazy. Unfortunately, I did not record that one, but you can take my word for it.
Duplicate it tonight.
What's that?
We'll see if we can duplicate it tonight.
Yep. All right. Well, yeah. Let's go ahead and get into the game then, I guess. Unless you got anything else you want to touch on.
Let's start a new game here and clear those cards away.
Yep.
I've got Jeremy's list loaded up here. Okay.
So Yep, we're starting out with the list that I built, or the counter list that I built, and John is going ahead with the LAFS deck. Well, that was a decent start of Souls here.
Oh, wait.
I think I will let you do your star abilities first.
I think I'm just going to do one. Want to do two? Yeah, I think I'm just going to do one, and I'll discard an evil card from my hand to draw one.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I will just use Nahor, and we'll play Lost Soul for my deck. I think we're just going to do that one. So that will negate Offering Your Sun.
Negate Offering, yep. So my card goes back on top of the deck, and my evil card goes back to my Souls. Doing your 2 swaps there.
You know, interestingly enough, I think since I get to go first, I'm going to not find my accusers, and I already have my Forsaken, so escape probably isn't in my best interest. So
I will lawless myself then.
Yep. If you hit
if I hit 5 souls here, oh, that is not what we were looking for there.
Oof. Well, delivered is nice.
It is. I already showed you I have Offering Your Sun, so I already have a way to get there.
Right.
So I think I'm actually going to take wages. All right.
Well, I guess it makes most sense for me to go first here. I think we're going to start off with Endless Treasures.
Okay.
And we'll grab Golden Calf.
Seems good.
Yeah, we'll put down Micah. Play Out of Egypt.
You didn't want to activate that star?
Well, that's why I let you do yours first, actually, is because I was like, well, if he has enough stuff to play Lost Souls from his deck and gets to go
see
first,
what he has.
then I'll use that.
Yeah,
but.
that's fair.
So,
that's fair.
Take Jacob and discard the bottom card of your deck. Right, yep.
Yep.
It's a decent one. So we'll put down Jacob.
Good.
And let's make a rescue with Adam.
Are we sure you're not just playing the Love at First Sight deck here? All these cards seem familiar to me.
It is kind of close, but...
And that's the thing. Because you want to play all of the go first mechanisms, you're kind of in blue-green. So the decks actually do kind of look somewhat similar.
Right, yeah. So we'll ban Noah and then convert him to Meek, choosing not to shuffle a card.
That is going to be good enough.
Sweet. You know what? Why not? We'll activate, or we'll put down Assyrian Laborers. We'll reserve a card from hand. Activate Confusion of Mind. And we'll pass the turn.
That's what we call getting everything you need. Alright.
So he can't ban, can't use star abilities. My hand is protected. Characters and territories are negated, and enhancements can't be played. Confusion of mind. It's negating his heroes. What I'm not negating are your neutral cards, though, so that's maybe something I should have been doing. But
I guess I should have thought further. When you activated Confusion of Mind, that was when I had my opportunity to discard it, right?
Right.
I probably should have tried to discard it. Mind if we take a step back and do that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So out of the cards that I had, I'm going to give up that one and that one.
Nice. Yeah, so that's something that I've mentioned on the channel here before, is that Confusion of Mind, it seems like you should be able to just discard 2 good enhancements whenever you want, but because discard is an instant ability, this actually happens right when it's activated, but then negate is still ongoing. So it's each time it's activated is when you have your opportunity, and if you pass to the next phase, then you have to wait until next turn.
So we're going to toss down
You're using your
Rebecca.
muscle abilities.
Oh yes, I'm totally using my muscle ability, sorry. We'll grab Jacob with, or no, shoot. I'm all flustered because you threw like 1,000 counters on the table. We'll grab Book of the Covenant with Exiles.
Yep.
And then we will toss Hunter back into the deck. We'll grab... I guess we'll grab my Remnants. Shuffle. And we will Remnant your Jacob.
Seems good.
Okay. Of course, now I can't play my Jacob the way that I need to, so that's going to make things a little interesting here.
Right. Actually, let's see. I have dominant initiative.
You seriously have something out? Unbelievable. Go ahead. Okay, back to the drawing board again. I think there's still a way to do this. So this is my hand. We'll start with Rebecca and Enosh to negate all of your neutrals. So
He's
now you're
negated by Golden Calf, though.
Oh, Golden Calf negates him before he can negate Golden Calf.
Yep.
Okay. Okie dokie schmoky. That's annoying. And here I thought I was so close. Well, let's do Book of the Covenant then. And go to my reserve.
Suppose I probably should have let you think that you would have my Jacob for the, for the battle, so that you didn't set up to get your own.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know that I have a way to counter Golden Calf without like a destruction or a woes or something, though. That's just something that I have to draw naturally, because I can't use my territory class stuff to get there.
Right. Well, push Enosh into battle.
Sure, yeah, I can push 7/7 Enosh into battle and just like see what happens. Yeah, that's totally an option.
Hey, you get to draw X if you have some meek antediluvians.
Yeah, because I have so many antediluvians floating around. That's the answer.
Jeremy, your deck is pretty bad.
The deck is really good. I'm holding the combo.
Yeah.
Like, I literally, all I needed to do was clear a couple pieces of yours, and I can combo out. I mean, I'm holding Emmaus Road, I'm holding Offering Your Son.
Yeah, and you discarded Faith and...
I discarded Faith and Fountain.
It's like,
yeah, I hit the combo. You just had one too many pieces. I thought I was going to be able to handle the souls with Enosh, and I thought I had a way around Jacob, and even after I couldn't take him with Remnant, I still think I got a way around Jacob, but then I don't have a way around Golden Calf.
Right.
So out of my reserve, I think we're going to grab Covenant of Prayer, the Book of the Covenant. And I think we're going to banish that to grab First Sacrifice.
Okay. You don't have to tell me what it is, but that's fine.
Whatever. I don't care. And then I think my best play here is just to push Isaac and draw 2.
Sure. Alright, 3-2 Isaac. Guess we'll block the laborers.
Mine-ish?
Sure.
Okay. Let's see how crazy we can get. Not pretty crazy.
I was gonna say, I hope not. I've only got blue in battle, so
Yeah.
I feel like your options are a little limited.
A little bit, definitely. Yeah, definitely a little bit limited here. Well, still think we're going to play Offering Your Son. Then we'll shuffle that to take an OT artifact from my deck.
Yep.
That seems good. And then still my niche.
Sure.
We'll play First Sacrifice. Negate your Golden Calf.
Ooh.
And then we will underdeck Laborers and hope you don't have Negate in your hand.
I suppose negating Golden Calf would turn on your Enosh.
Oh, you caught that, did you?
Which I'm not a huge fan of.
No, I didn't think you would be.
So I'm going to play a Dominant, if that's alright.
Wow. Unbelievable.
We had them all.
Wow. Seriously had everything. That's crazy. Oh, guys, that's what happens when you run into literally the nuts draw for the counter deck.
I mean, I feel like with the version that I built, like this, I mean, having Son of God and 3 Woes is one thing, or like, you know, that's kind of a thing of its own. But I think I ran enough like disruption where, you know, a lot of the draws are the nuts draws against this particular deck.
Yeah. And here's the interesting thing that I like, and this is a key point if you've gotten this far in the video, Redemption players, is you have to decide what you're going to play. Because there are 3 legitimate decks out there that you can play. There is the combo deck, there is the all-in counter deck that Jaden's playing, and then there's the real deck, which is just a normal deck. Could be Throne, could be Post-Exilics, could be Daniel, could be, any number of things. And I'm fairly certain that if I had like a real set of cards here, that I would just roll over Jaden. Because he doesn't have a real defense in there. He just has a bunch of random counter pieces. And now, granted, I probably still don't get a soul first turn if he like chooses to use his cards the way that he did, using his woes and everything else like that. I feel like I have a lot better chance. So we'll turn that over there. So I think there are 3 decks that you can choose to play. There is also kind of option 4, which is not quite play all-in counters, but build counters into a real deck. And that's kind of what I did. So the next game we play should be interesting as well to see if I just get comboed out and just lose, which will probably happen.
Right.
Aiden seems to get amazing draws against me. All right. That is my turn. Yep, you can go ahead.
I will use the star ability on Emmaus Road. Look at your hand. Still no evil characters. That's nice to see.
Yep. Still no evil characters.
You can't complain. You have Son of God and Second Coming.
I do have Son of God and Second Coming, and they're going to do me next to nothing here. I debated if it was worth it to play Second Coming into woes of my own to take out your Golden Cap there.
Right.
Because then my Enosh does stop a lot of the other stuff that you're trying to do at that point. But I drew Second Coming off of Isaac on the attack.
Sure.
If I draw Second Coming in my opening 8 or in my initial draw 3, I totally play that turn differently. Like 100% I play that turn differently.
Well, then you play it, and then I just play woes on your Enosh, so... might have
Sure.
a little bit.
Then woes is on Enosh, and now we're just playing a straight-up game, and my battle winner's good there.
Right. Speaking of woes being on Enosh, we'll put woes on Enosh, just in case.
Sounds good. Sure. Whatever.
I'm gonna play my Emmaus Road. I think we just grab... Yeah, that's not great. I think we grab Jonah. And we'll go ahead and put him down. And then we'll attack with Micah, draw 2. And we'll put down false leaders. Down the Watchman just in case. And I'll pass. This game is a lot more simple than most games.
Ha!
Kind of like it.
Kind of sort
It's probably the fastest turn of redemption I've played on this channel.
Unfortunately, probably pretty accurate. Well, we might be able to make things a little more interesting here. Maybe, just maybe. We're playing Evil Woes on your Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to use Book of the Covenant to go for Covenant. And we'll use I Am Holy. We'll discard Terra.
Well, before you activate that,
Yep.
I'm going to... I'll shuffle your... Yeah, I'll shuffle your woes with Jonah.
If you have too many counters down. It doesn't matter what I do, you got too many counters.
Yeah, I mean, I'll play Treasures of War off of False Leaders.
Yeah.
And we'll use it to discard book.
Mm-hmm. Does that negate and discard book?
Yep.
Yeah, so that affects reserve. It just doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Well, let's play Son of God on Forsaken.
Mm-hmm.
Give you another set of search triggers there, and take away Oppressed.
Yep. We'll shuffle Enosh and play... Yes, you do have hand advantage. Like, yeah, no. I think we'll just play False Piece. Reserve. And... let's grab False Prophecy.
Awesome.
Gotta figure out where those Lost Souls spheres are.
Mm. Hiding far away.
Apparently.
Well, we're going to attack with Terra, reserve my Rebecca to discard your Golden Calf, and we will bounce your Jacob.
Nice.
That is not how Terra is supposed to be used in this deck. Not even a little. Not even close.
Let's block with Profane. Take all the curses from reserve.
Okay.
My initiative.
Oh, sure, why not?
We'll play that one.
Okay. You didn't want to play all the curses to capture Terra to me, so you had a soul to rescue?
Yeah, that probably would have been the best play, but
That would have been better.
I kind of wanted
That would have
to use it as an artifact too, so.
been better. I mean, maybe.
And also, you're restricted from playing good dominance until the end of your next turn, which is something that I feel like everyone forgets on Profane Daughters, or at least I always do, so.
Maybe. Alright. Go ahead.
Oh, look. Let's see, underdeck a random card from hand if I search.
Yep.
We'll do that one, and
That's what it feels for the non-combo player in most games. Combo player just has everything they possibly need and can do whatever they want.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we'll just do Jehoiachin.
Okay.
We'll capture him to you, which is, not the usual play, but
But it worked.
Yep. We'll woes on Terra, I guess. Because options.
He's fine.
Put down Jacob. It's weird that bouncing him actually mattered because it meant I didn't use a star ability that I on Enosh here.
Mm.
Alright, let's play Offering Your Son. And we'll grab Book. Oops. We'll activate Book to take Covenant with Abraham. See, blindness is 0-6. And this guy's big and bad. 11-11.
Yep. Get up to a whopping 17.
Alright, I will. Interesting. Yes, that makes the most sense. We'll attack with the Watchman. Exchange with Ezekiel from reserve. And draw 2.
Seems good. Sure, why not? Let's withdraw him.
No. So I can present a new hero, which actually has to come from my territory, not my hand, because it's protected. I think we're just going to do... Yeah, I think we'll just do Adam. We'll take a star hero human from my deck, which will be Malachi. And band to Noah.
Big numbers.
Oh yeah.
Alright. Well, let's see what we can do. I'm gonna take an evil card with the discard ability from my deck.
Mm-hmm.
Spending or about say this one.
Seems
Then
reasonable.
we'll use do what?
That seems reasonable.
I thought so. We will use wages to discard Noah.
Okay.
And then we'll ask for Dominic.
Sure.
Alright, we'll play that as evil.
Yep.
You get rid of your book.
Puts you at 13.
Yep.
Do I make you play it anyway? Yeah, I suppose might as well. We'll be at 13-6.
Pass.
I'll pass. Oh right, I suppose because blindness would have negated wages.
Bingo! Would have negated wages. Yeah. Lose-lose scenario there.
Yep. Okay, well, let's do... we'll put down Malachi. We're going to play False Prophecy to look at your top 6.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's your hand. Okay, that's why.
Oh, I was like, what? Very confused there.
Like,
okay, you like my hand?
Why were
I
there
have
only
so
5?
many good things going on in it.
Oh, did I only do 5?
Yeah.
Alright, come on. Reveal to others. Top 6. There we go.
There you go. Anything good in there? Is there a lost soul for you to rescue next turn?
I'll let you see the interesting stuff, I guess.
Okay.
And we'll put 2 of them on the bottom. So reveal to others. Top 2. Send those to bottom. We'll let you have hope, I guess.
Ah! Okay. Good.
We'll play that one to take away your hope.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll pass a turn.
Oh, goody. Lost soul. That's not being negated, is it? I get to use that?
You can use it. Oh wait, just kidding. Oh wait, no, never mind. You got rid of my Noah, so Enosh is not on.
Bingo. Ah, I didn't get anything useful. Alright.
Discarding a new beginning? Wow.
I did.
Alright.
Did discard it.
Dominant initiative.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
We'll play Falling Away.
Alright. Show off a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
how many dominance was that in your top 20 cards there, Jade?
we need
all of them?
we need soul differential between the two games to, see which
Oh
deck
yeah,
is
to
better.
determine
So
whose counter deck is better. Yeah,
Hey.
alright.
that was four dominance out of 8. So it's I'm playing 57.
Yeah, alright. You got Pyramid Blitz going there. Let's see what we get here. Unbelievable. Bowls?
Nope.
Cool. Me neither.
Interesting.
Roll to see who stars go.
Sure. I guess I'll let you do your stars first.
I think I'm going to do 2 stars. This star. I'm going to do this star. Just in case you have a way to play a soul there.
You sure you loaded the right deck?
Quite positive, as you'll see in just a second, because that's the hero that I'm going to set aside.
Makes sense. Didn't want to shuffle an Ezekiel card from your reserve.
No, not particularly. I mean, I could have, but it didn't really feel like it. So, all right, you got some stars?
I'm not really sure if I'm supposed to use this here or not. I think the answer is yes. I'm gonna top deck a star card for my reserve, which will be Jacob.
Alrighty. Well, who's going first then?
That's right. I get to choose that too, don't I? I guess we'll let you go first.
Oh, goody. Well then.
Shows you how awkward my hand is.
Yeah. I've got some counters here, but nothing like amazing like you had. So we'll see what we can do here to make life more difficult for you. We'll play Fountain of Living Water. Go grab that one. We'll play Delivered.
Mm-hmm. You're saying you had Delivered in your hand initially, and you made the pro move of not using the star ability?
Pro move. Don't use Delivered, because it gives the chance for the opponent to have a Lost Soul in play.
Yep.
Found that one out the hard way. Once upon a time. So we're going to underdeck that. And we will activate a CWD from my reserve.
Mm-hmm.
Real question is, do I want to draw 2? I want to draw 2. Like, I want to. I don't know if it's correct to draw 2. Oof. That was not correct to draw 2.
Hey. That's what I like to see.
Super awkward. Super awkward. board.
I mean, it's not the worst lost soul to draw, I suppose.
It's not the worst one to draw, but it would have been better just to not draw one at all.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna go with Haggai, and we'll play a Noah's Ark from reserve.
Mm-hmm.
And then we will look at my top decks, which is 2. Oh, sure, we'll take one of those. The rest go what? They just stay on top. Okay. Cool. Sound challenge.
We'll decline.
Watch you mind. Go ahead.
Covenant with Death and Moses. Alright, I will use a couple star abilities, I guess. We'll do this one and this one.
Seems good.
Question is, do I want to... Yeah, I think I want to top deck first. So we'll
top deck, and then if you don't see anything else better with Virgin Birth, grab that.
Exactly.
Decent. I wonder if maybe Storehouse should have been in a reserve instead of Noah's Ark. And I could have played it with my guy. The Storehouse is in the deck, but I wonder if it had been in reserve, if I'd have a Storehouse down on the table now.
Right.
That would make me feel a lot better about the situation that I'm in. That was one of the things that really helped you is first I had to find a way to play Love at First Sight, and then I had to find a way to get past your Jacob.
Right.
And I could do one or the other. And for you, all you have to do is figure out a way to play your Love at First Sight.
Yeah.
I have a couple of things stopping you from doing that right now, but they're all in a similar vein of what they're doing. So if you have a way around it, then you're fine.
Right. All right. So now the question is, do I draw?
That is the question. Do you have a CBP draw character? Or a way to deal with Covenant, I suppose?
Father Abraham is a CBN.
Yeah, fair. I guess I didn't get to see your top cards, so I didn't necessarily know. I guess I can assume that you maybe took Father Abraham, but I don't know for sure.
Right. I think we're gonna go ahead and do that. So we'll convert him to, well, I guess he converts after, but you know.
Yeah.
We're gonna play. Is Judah in this version? No. Okay. Just Isaac. We'll draw 3.
Any souls there for me?
No, we're not.
Wow. Okay. We'll block with Deceiver.
Mm-hmm.
And we will just kill him.
Discard a prophet. Right. Yeah, that seems good. Let's put down this will put down Enosh in case we get to do something with him. We'll put down Mahalalel as Meek. Actually,
Interesting.
no, we'll just put him on regular, I suppose.
I mean, you have Isaac as Meek, so you've already met your requirements for various things there.
Yeah, I was just thinking he could maybe draw with Enosh if I end up going with him, but
Oh, sure.
um, the interesting thing with this deck is that it really does not do well if I don't have a weighted answer coming with death, because now I just have a bunch of cards I can't play.
Correct. That's why I went the CWD route with my counter defense.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
This is actually just the defense for my 2019 National Winning deck with all of the ways to go first. It is honestly just what I built because, as it turns out, the CWD deck is pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, although I guess the version that we built ran Joshua, right? Or at least mine did. So.
The creation deck?
No, the Love at First Sight deck.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. The Type 2 version ran Joshua. It's possible that your Type 1 version ran it as well. Mine did not. I cut it from my version. Is it my turn, by the way, or are you just figuring out what you got to play down here?
I'm trying to figure out what to do with these cards here. I guess
we'll that's awkward.
Put down King of Tyrus. It's probably safer down here than in my hand. And then I guess we'll just shipwreck Noah's Ark.
Okay. That's fine.
And that'll be it.
Okay. Alright, no stars there. And then Zeke comes back and we draw 2.
Oh yeah, I suppose he comes back already, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of nice.
It is kind of snazzy. So, still no lost souls over there for you.
Correct. Which is not the way this deck really wants to play, but it's working out.
Yeah, I mean, so far. I want to leave that as is. I cut a couple cards from the defense to make room for various counters and things. One of the cards that I cut was Persian Horseman. It would be very handy right now so my head guy could replay my Noah's Ark.
Yep. Yeah, in my post-exilic deck I run Pagan Sailors, so I can play him as a Persian.
Play him as Persian if need be. That's cute.
Because, I mean, mostly for getting back Zerubbabel's Temple, because it's, you know.
It's kind of important.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm at 8 cards. Go ahead.
Sweet. Well, no lost souls once again.
Wow.
I do have a strong ability here. We'll resurrect a meek blue hero.
That's cool.
Kind of nice if it just was any blue hero, so I didn't have to play him as meek, but that's alright.
It's fine. Beggars can't be choosers.
Right. I will. What's up with these guys and all being prophets?
Attack with Enosh.
I could.
Or Mahalo. You got choices here.
Hmm. I think I want to... Man. Can't band. He's not with Jacob. I think the way we gotta do this is... Oh, I just don't know if it's worth it. Do I like sacrifice my odds of comboing to maybe get this lost soul?
That is the question.
Yeah, I guess we'll try it here. We'll play 3 woes as evil to
Okay.
negate complacent.
Okay.
And then I will attack with Isaac the Blessed.
I feel like this is a trap, but I don't quite know how.
It's a trap.
Well, I guess we'll spring the trap. Discard Isaac.
What? He's a prophet too? Oh no.
Yeah, he's a prophet.
Alright, we're gonna play Ride On Victoriously.
No, you're not.
Why is that?
Oh, yeah, you are. Okay, go ahead.
It's a reason I played woes.
Yeah.
It was definitely awkward, but
Right. To bring Abraham into battle.
yep.
That's cute.
My initiative?
Okay. Oh, sure. Is it your initiative? He's red-blue there.
Yep.
Yeah, it can be your initiative.
Alright, let's play Soldier's Prayer. I think I'm gonna grab Fountain. And I will play Numerous as the stars. We'll reveal Fountain, Delivered, and Jared to take 3 dudes from my deck, which will be I feel like probably David, Noah, and I don't know, Rebecca. And then I will think just play Fountain, and we'll add First Sacrifice to battle And we'll... So you're a 4-5. Yeah, we'll underdeck Flying Prophet.
That's going to be good enough.
Ooh. Look at that, this deck can come together.
It helps when you soul drive me for 3 turns, despite the fact that I'm playing every single soul gen piece that your deck is.
Right. Hey, I mean, you drawing off of Endless Treasures both got you a Lost Soul for you and drew your Amos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not ideal.
I guess that will do it for me.
Okay. Well, we're going to do a star here.
Oh.
Look at my top 6. Underdeck that to take.
Maybe you need a Barnabas in there. He's CVP, right?
Barnabas was a card I hovered over a couple different times and somehow never pulled the trigger on, but yeah. Seems like that'd be okay here.
I mean, I suppose it's probably sort of rare that this deck doesn't get Lost Souls out right away, but I mean, if you do get to go first and get Covenant with Death right away, then this deck isn't really drawing a whole lot outside of, the Father Abraham thing.
Right. So we'll toss that guy out and look at my top 3 this time. Okay. Battle challenge. Or do I want to ban a Zachariah? I thought I want to ban a Zachariah, don't I? No, I took, so I can't do that. Never mind. Right. Battle challenge. You can tell I don't play Haggai very often. Frankly, any of these cards, really.
Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, we'll try it. We'll block with Horn Wives.
What do you want to play here?
Just tell me, you don't have to play anything.
Take a peek at your hand and protect an evil card from there. That way I know what I'm going up against here.
Yep.
Which one? We see you're holding the creation and the hand. Got both of them.
Those were both in my opening hand, along with 0 heroes.
That is sufficiently awkward. I think we will get rid of the wages.
Okay.
There's Yornish.
Alright, let's see. Does this deck play on those treasures? I don't even remember.
Don't think so. It just plays Covenant, or Book of the Covenant in Reserve and Hidden Treasures in deck.
Right. So I guess we'll go delivered since I do have an Egyptian.
Yeah.
We'll
Totally go to Reserve.
activate that Book of the Covenant, and we'll take Covenant of Prayer.
Huh?
Your initiative.
Negate and discard book there, please.
Man, it's brand new.
And then I will pass.
I'll pass.
Go ahead.
Well, no lost souls.
Wow.
We'll use a couple stars though. Which deck do I want to play a lost soul from?
Think about that for a second.
I will. Guess we'll do that one. And then we'll look at the top 9. Oops. Top deck a human hero. We'll top deck Moses. And
Grab Nazareth with Haggai. I don't know why I didn't play it. That's really stupid.
grab in your top few.
Yeah,
Sure.
and I was so disgusted by the fact that you literally haven't drawn a soul this whole game that I just passed the turn and didn't play it. This game has been dumb. Like, I should be winning 3-1 right now.
Yeah, probably. Well, I mean,
ridiculous.
King of Tyrus does kind of. I mean, I guess I don't know what you have in your hand, but if I hadn't put him down, 3 woes.
If you hadn't put him down, he would have gotten you blocked. For sure.
Right. Guess we'll have woes on Treacherous Land.
Here's that's where you were going to want that.
What's up?
Figured that was where you're going to want that.
Yeah. And then I think we just make a rescue with Big Boy Noah.
Big Boy Noah. Well, we're going to discard the bottom card of your deck. Be a lost soul. Oh, no, it's wages. Right. Knew that.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to banish your Isaac from your discard pile to draw 2.
Can you copy heroes?
Banish a human.
Right, but the copy. I was just wondering if it was the same with like convert, where heroes don't convert to, or when they convert to evil characters, their abilities don't work.
I believe copy in the RNG just says that it adds the ability to the existing card. It's not a hero ability, it's Necromancer's ability.
Makes sense.
I'll draw 2.
And that'd be kind of cool with like.
I have Dominish.
Sure.
Well, anyway.
Ew.
Ish.
Sure. Seems good. Alright, 3 visitors. Down. Terra is meek, I guess. And we'll pass.
No stars, I guess we'll use darkness. This one, I guess.
Not that one.
Down the Coliseum. Down the Nazareth now. And that seems good. These souls and some sights, you have to attack with a green dude.
Oh dear.
No. Battle challenging with that guy. Sure, I'll take one. Okay. Your worst.
I'll decline.
Okay. Go ahead.
There's one.
Yay! Yay!
I think before you're using it, I'm going to use Moses' star. We'll shuffle 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. And draw 4. There's some more. We'll use the hunter.
For no purpose whatsoever.
Oh, right, yeah. Nazareth, right. It's kind of awkward that pigs now prevents my prosperity, though.
Only if you choose for your pigs to activate first.
Well, I think it would because I drew it off of Moses.
Oh, yeah, it activates off of Moses. Oh, that is awkward.
Yeah. Well. Alright, let's, use 3 woes to negate. We'll negate treacherous land still.
Okay.
Right now. No, let's negate Nazareth. I guess treacherous land's prevented by pigs, so.
Ah, so it is.
We'll activate Hidden Treasures. And I will attack once again with Noah. And we'll discard an evil enhancement from your deck.
Good. Top 2 cards were Terra and Namor. I was finally going to generate some souls. Then you drew some.
Well, now Nazareth down.
I was fairly certain I could bait you into your negating it.
Sure.
So.
We'll do that one. It's just to clarify for those watching. Remember from the intro when Mourn and Weep was Foolish Shepherd, is that in this case as well. John's not playing an illegal deck.
Wanted to toss Samuel in here. He's pretty good.
In this deck, I don't know, the Cloud one might be better.
I thought about playing the Cloud one, but I don't know.
I suppose if you run auto as well, then.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, you got that guy again.
Good.
Yep. Okay.
Amazing how consistent Lying Prophet is against a deck that doesn't play any negates.
Yep. We'll put down Amos, and I will pass the turn.
Goody, I get to do a star. Sure that dude over there.
Well, thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. She'll actually get to attack with purpose now. It's so exciting. So exciting.
Not just throwing a hey guy into battle for a D1. So
Just have want to attack. So many options. Attack with Elijah and force Wives to block.
makes sense.
Finish.
Yep.
star card from my deck. And we will reserve your wives.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Hey, we got to 1. Alright. Go ahead.
No stars, woes. Keep it on Nazareth, I guess. And I guess we'll just go out with Big Boy Jared here. A non-profit, notably.
He is not a prophet. What do you say? That's going out with Jared.
Actually, you know what? Before you block, just in case, we're going to play Chronicles is good.
Okay. That certainly changes things up slightly.
Yeah, might have been a mistake, but we'll see.
Let's see. I think and Pig Soul is preventing my T-Land deep draw there.
Yep.
Unfortunate. Alright, well, I think my best bet here is Gomer to your KOT.
Right, that. I guess we'll play Faith, see if there's anything in my deck that's interesting. Not really. Grab Faith of Abraham.
I believe I get a shoal trigger there.
Yes.
I believe it's your niche again then.
Yeah, we'll just put Faith of Abraham on Abraham.
Okay. Still your niche.
And then I'll die.
Okay.
Even though Faith of Abraham did give him site access, so if I had something there, that would have been sweet.
That would have been amazing.
And then it'll just pass, I guess.
Actually, legitimately would have been like an incredible sequence of events if you managed to somehow get through there. Like, legitimately, that would have been absolutely ridiculously incredible. Okay.
So now that you know that I had faith in my hand, the reason I played Chronicles before the block was because if you block with Lying Prophet, you get to draw 9 and probably hit Complacent, which I was right.
I wasn't going to block with Lying Prophet there because I didn't have anything to back him up. I guess on a D9, I might have picked something up.
Right. I mean, I didn't know you had Gomer or anyone else to block with.
Oh,
so.
Sure. Frankly, I've used quite a bit of my defense, and you hit a cursed earlier, so I might not actually have any defense left in here.
Oh yeah, you're out of evil enhancements.
Yeah. So I mean, we are getting like late in the game. Like I have 13 cards on my deck. You have 18. It's just been a weird game because we had 3 turns where kind of twaddled around.
Soul Drought and bad offense is bad against Couple of Death.
Exactly. That this is the right play here. We're gonna play. Oh. Okay. We're gonna play down Storehouse.
Seems good.
We're gonna use Endless Treasures. At the bottom of deck. For Flying Scroll, Banish. Grab your KOT. And I'll draw 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we are just going to attack with the guy and it to Zechariah.
Okay, so big numbers, and you're negating characters and enhancements because you've got Jeremiah. Okay.
Sweet, I'm negating both. I thought I was negating characters because I do this deck together in 10 minutes and don't know how to play this game.
Yeah, I guess we do both here. Do mediums, do Fallen Star, and we'll withdraw them.
Okay.
Taking KOT was good. Oh, wait a second. I guess just Fallen Star.
Right, otherwise he doesn't have community.
Well, that and he has to be blocking alone to withdraw all heroes.
Oh, sure. Okay, fine. Just Fallen Star then.
Yep.
So I can toss in another dude. I put in Jeremiah. I played the last card, and you have initiative and stalemate. Is that how that works?
Yes.
Okay.
Although
probably not what we wanted.
Jeremiah would still work though, so he's a star card.
Oh, right. I'm not. Yeah. I'm not worried about his tossing thing there. I mean, I guess I kind of am, but I guess I know the deck well enough to know that the toss would be fine there. Other option that's interesting is Amos. You might have board advantage here. 3.
Board advantage 6, count set aside.
9. 11. You have 12. I've got 3. 6. 9. And I've got like 14. My sights and whatnot there.
Right.
Okay. But yeah, so I think Jeremiah is probably the right answer here. I can look at your hand. What's others? Okay, so you have the blindness.
Yep.
So you either toss it for 0 now, or you can't use it to negate anyway, and it gets tossed later.
Yep.
You're still holding creation and A and B. There's none.
Hey.
Sorry. all others, none. There we go. Okay.
That'd make the game more interesting.
So, stalemate, your initiative.
I will pass.
Okay. I will.
Is decreasing Jeremiah's 0-0 considered harm? Get you to top deck him instead?
Be sure that's optional. So I would decline my option.
Yeah.
We'll play. I think we'll play Version Birth. Even though with my CWD gone, I guess I could have played that pre-block.
You got Moses, so.
Grab. Oh, that's right. That's why I didn't do it that way. Silly John. I don't know why I just heard Virgin Birth either. I'm pretending like I know what I'm doing here. You're Nish.
I will pass.
Okay. I'll play Angel here.
Well, that's just lame.
The thing is, I don't know if that's correct or not, so...
Well, I mean... You know that I didn't have anything, so I mean, if you just gotten... You know, any other battle winner.
Yeah. Full woes on hidden treasures.
Cool. Probably should have deactivated that, huh?
Potentially.
Jared wasn't using it.
I got on pigs. Incoming into this one, I got back to my hand. Okay. Your turn.
Draw 3. Good old Moses. Don't think I want to do any of those. So, yep, alright. Woes will negate. Think we'll negate. I think we negate Nazareth. And then we put down David. We'll deactivate hidden treasures and attack with Amos and shuffle Line Prophet.
That's pretty funny. Okay.
You probably have Deceiver, don't you?
That would be super cool if I did. Fortunately, I do not. That's a thing. But here's what I do have. enough? Question mark? I feel like there's an argument to be made, knowing that you're holding A and B here, to simply give you a soul, and then push through and hopefully rescue next turn.
Right.
It'd be even better if I had a way to look at your hand.
Lying Prophet would do that.
My Prophet would do that. Yeah, I definitely feel like there's an argument for just giving you the soul here. A decently strong one, in fact.
I'd be alright with that.
She's prevented. I believe it's mine-ish.
What is she prevented by?
Oh, never mind. Moses is negating accusers. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, that totally changes this then. So then we'll activate that there. And ask Furnish.
Think we're just gonna rescue Amos. Get him out of there.
Okay. It's decent.
And I guess before the battle's over, since since we don't want profane daughters restricting stuff, we're gonna go ahead and
Again.
Yep. We'll rescue, I guess, David. I don't know. I got 2, yay. Yeah, that'll pass.
We got a star here. Boom. Reduce your hand size by 1.
Ooh.
Totally being negated by Moses. My woes is evil. I think it's going to go on Jacob? Question mark? I don't know that it's super relevant. But yeah, sure, you're Jacob.
Okay.
Reject that. Don't think there's a curse in my deck, but we're going to look just to be sure. Nope, there's not. Okay. And we will attack with Jeremiah and look at your hand.
Yep.
Okay. Seems like that's going to be good.
I mean, we've got this option, I guess. And we will take an OT artifact, which will be, I am holy.
Sweet, that seems good.
Your
Mine-ish then?
initiative.
Play 2 bears. Shuffle Judean for pale green, Profane for brown. My Gomer in play.
Yep. That seems good.
And then we know that I've got that.
Yep. Well, I think we have some pretty obvious winners here in both games. Although
You just made
In my defense, or I guess in defense of this deck, maybe. I mean, I don't really care about it too much, but I mean, you didn't have any super strong counters right away. I think you just had like Jeremiah, or like of the kind of like before
Oh,
top
sure,
tier
yeah. Oh, yeah,
counters, and I just had a
the
like
yeah.
ridiculously weird draw.
You had a subpar draw, and I mean, did you have? I feel like you had Terra in your opening hand.
No, I didn't have Terra.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't have any heroes, which is why I let you go first.
Which is why you let me go first. Yeah, that is a super abnormal draw. Because yeah, I didn't have any like supreme level counters. Jeremiah is pretty good in that
Right.
situation. Getting to deny your soul abilities, which you didn't have any of those, but in general, I think that's pretty good. But I think both games here tonight just kind of really show that you have choices. Players have choices. The counter decks that we showed tonight both did what they needed to do. Granted, you had a weird draw in your game. The
Mm-hmm.
counter deck isn't always going to beat the combo deck, but it has a pretty good fighting chance. And as we saw in both games, especially the first game, combo deck literally did nothing the first game. It got locked hard by a pretty much perfect draw for a true straight counter deck.
Yep.
And then in game two, had a weird draw. I got to see WD early in what I would consider this a counter deck that's playing like a real deck with counters. I never saw them. I do have most of the ways to go first here. I have Sarah, Nahor, and Amos
Mm-hmm.
play Lost Souls. I have the Jehoiakim that I rescued. So I have pretty much all the ways to go first in the deck. So I have that going for me, which gives me the ability to drop things like CWD into play, which I have all the consistency ways to grab that early. And that is one that, unless you have Chronicles as the combo deck player, will do significant damage to you.
Yeah.
Because it super hurts your ability to set up. It stops your hidden treasures play. It negates half of those hero abilities that you want to pop off. That is a problem. And then you have ways to layer in other things there too. Because like I hit Moses, and so even when you dealt with CWD, Moses is still preventing half of your enhancements. It doesn't stop Faith, and some of the other, Faith ones and stuff like that, some of the other cloud cards.
Mm-hmm.
It stops a lot of the setup pieces that you want to play. It stops Fountain, it stops Solomon's Dream, it stops all that stuff. So
Right.
got that going for it too. So it's just layered counters in there.
Yeah. I think
Um,
the in the defense of the Love for Sight deck here, I will say that Jeremy's list, I think, didn't really have to account for the counters. I mean, the deck that you posted on the boards as well. Like, I mean, they were built with the assumption that you wouldn't necessarily have to worry about counters because your opponent wouldn't see it coming. But now that counters are kind of being discovered, and hopefully this video is helpful in helping you figure out what sort of counters would fit into your deck, or if you want to build a new deck that incorporates more of them, kind of like the ones that John and I played. Um, then those will help. And I think that the combo deck now has to kind of adjust for some of those things. Like, maybe Shipwreck in this deck is supposed to be destruction to deal with Covenant with Death or Golden Calf or that kind of stuff. So
yeah, I agree. But I do think that the meta is more interesting than just, combo deck, and everything that we've been hearing for the past couple of weeks here. It's that is not the case. The combo deck is really good. Don't hear me say that it's not. It is really good. It is potentially devastating. There's going to be games where it just hits everything that it wants, and the counter deck players are going to be like, well, I played a silly counter deck for no reason. Absolutely, those things are going to happen. I think you will have more games like this where you hit things that make it truly an interesting game. And honestly, for a while there, I'm sitting there thinking, I'm still going to lose this game, even though I stopped it from going off, simply because he soul battered for multiple turns, and I didn't really have a whole lot going on there.
Right.
I mean, for a couple of turns, that game could have gotten ugly, even with me playing a counter deck.
Yep.
So definitely
Prophet,
interesting.
standalone blocker.
Lying Prophet for days.
Oh man,
chugging away, doing work. And then we didn't even talk about, deck 3, which is the real deck. Play a straight up deck, a throne deck, a muscular deck, anything like that.
Yep.
I think would be really interesting now that we have this out is if we got 3 or 4 guys together and just each of us has a real deck, a counter deck, and the combo deck. We just roll a dice before the game to determine what deck we're playing. Then we just play 5 or 6 games, just random matchups, just like it would be at a tournament, and just analyze the results. Could be interesting, but
yeah,
fun.
Sure.
So,
all right. Well, I think that's where we're gonna wrap it up for this video, guys. We've already been going at this a while with the double header here, so I hope you guys got some helpful information from it, and leave some comments or discussion in the Discord or wherever to kind of give some of your thoughts, and maybe you can share some ideas if you think of other counters that we didn't mention. Yeah, that's where we're going to call it. So thanks a lot to John for joining me for the video.
Thanks for having me.
And yeah, catch you all next time. Bye.
Everybody.